All right, it's that time of year again. Everybody's getting their bows out, getting excited for bow season coming up and knocking the dust off to start flinging some arrows. We're going to talk about some new products today from CBE. This is the Engage Hybrid series of sights. This particular sight here is a 3-pin, but the Engage Hybrid is available in a single pin, a 3-pin, and a 5-pin. We're going to go through a step-by-step process of how you pick the correct sight tape and how you get these sights sighted in for you. So as you open up the package, this is the actual sight unit. As you can see, it is a 3-pin, like I said earlier. Also, the CBE Engage Hybrid is available with a 19 thousandths pin or a 10 thousandths pin. Reaching to the bottom portion, all of your instructions and everything is going to be in the bottom. That's where you're going to want to find it. You got your screws, some metal sight tapes. This little red gauge is very important, which we're going to get to later. It also comes with a sight light. The sight light is right here. All you have to do is screw it in and remove the separation from the battery so the light works. Step number one, obviously you're going to want to mount this sight to your bow. So this is the mounting block. This is the dovetail. The dovetail, just like the other Engage series sights, the dovetail has 4 adjustability settings so you can control how far away you want your housing from the riser itself. So you can control how far away you want your sight from the bow. So let's get into how to pick the correct sight tape and just to complete the whole sight in process. The first thing that I do is I determine what I want my pin gap to be, whether it be a 20, 30, 40, 25, 35, 45, and I have that in my head. Second thing that I do is I will then go to 30 yards. 30 yards from the target, I will then sight my bottom pin in at 30 yards. Once you get it sighted in, the first thing you're going to do is make a mark right here. You're going to see an indicator right here on the side of where the tape goes. You're going to make a mark right there where the indicator is pointing when you're sighted in at 30, so make that mark there. The next thing that you're going to do, using the bottom pin, again, you are now going to back up to 60 yards. At 60 yards, you will then, so what you'll do is you'll unlock this, you will lower this down to 60. Keep in mind, you've already got a mark here on your tape. You will lower it down to 60. Once you get it sighted in at 60, you will then make a mark again. So you're going to have a mark up here at 30. When you back up to 60, you're going to make another mark. So you should have 2 marks on that white tape. Now you've sighted in at 30 yards and 60 yards. Go ahead and lock it down at 60. That's where you're at. Right. So from this point on, what you're going to do is it comes with the little sight scale here, a little tool. Here, it should be in the bag with your measuring tapes. So what we will do, that tool is going to look like this. What you're going to do after that is you should have 2 marks on your white tape. On this sight scale, you're going to see a line that says 30, and then you're going to have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and 14. On the other side, it's going to be nothing but odd numbers in the same 30 line. So line up your 30 line with the mark that you made on your white tape. So what you're going to do is you're going to line it up there, and then your bottom 60-yard mark is going to line up with one of the other numbers, whether it be an odd number. If you don't see it lining up or it's in between the odd numbers, then flip it over. Put the 30 line right on your 30 mark, like this one here. After you line up the 30, it's going to line up on a number 6. What you can do is you'll pull out the number 6 tape. You will then remove the white without moving the housing. It's locked down, and put the number 6 tape on there. Remember when we talked about what do I want my pin gap to be? 20, 30, 40, 25, 35, 45. Well, if you want it to be 40, your bottom pin at 40, what you're going to do is you've got a number 6 tape installed now. So all you're going to do is loosen this screw on the side where the indicator, if you're not on your 60 mark, because remember, we have not moved it since you sighted in at 60. You will then slide this indicator to 60 and tighten it down. And once you're at 60, you tighten it down. Now what you can do is you should be able to unlock this. After you've got the indicator moved, unlock this, move it right up to 40. If say you want your bottom pin to be 40, move it right up to 40, lock it down. That there is your home position. Now, if you want to sight in the other pins, I'll show you exactly what to do to micro adjust each pin individually, which is another new feature that CBE offers this year with the Engage series. Keep in mind, as you're moving each pin, what you can do is this. Each pin can be moved independently. What you'll do is you'll loosen the screw on the side. The loose screw is the one that's going to move. You're probably wondering, what is that knob for right up here? Clockwise is going to raise the pin, counterclockwise is going to lower the pin. And that's how you sight it in. So you'll go to 30 yards, you can go to 30 yards and sight that in at 30 yards or whatever you want your desired yardage to be. And the same way with the top pin. If you do like the pin gap and you are able you like the pin gap where it's at, you will be able to loosen both the top two pins and move them both simultaneously. So thanks for watching. Hopefully this helped you get your CBE Engage Hybrid sight sighted in and ready for the field. So go to your local dealer and pick up your CBE Engage Hybrid sight today.